Alright everybody, listen up please. Now look, I want everything on the card in this next race. Everything. Wings, side pods, suspensions, everything. It's a sprint weekend in Baku and I really want to beat Red Bull, damn it. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Forza Ferrari. It is the Azerbaijan, the Baku race this weekend. I believe it's a sprint round. I hope it is anyway, because I've certainly already said that in the intro. And, well, I'm really hoping we're going to be able to beat Red Bull here because we have got a lot of upgrades on the car. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't actually gone to put them on yet, so I don't know exactly if both drivers are getting everything. But we need to start. We don't want them getting away from us, do we, basically? The Drivers' Championship is... Again, Red Bull just getting away a little bit. We need to start pegging them back. And let's hope that these upgrades are going to be able to do that. So, we have a new chassis. We only have one of them. I want to give it to Piastri. But Giovinazzi's leading the championship, isn't he? So I guess we have to give it to him. So we've got a new chassis, which is going to add a little bit on here. Let's go and have a look at rank on the grid. And that's going to improve things for us. So that is obviously good. We've got a new front wing, I think. We've got two of them, so they can each get one of those. And don't crash it, guys, please. So that is that. Rear wings, I don't think we did rear wings yet, did we? No. Side pods, I think we did side pods. We've got one of each. So again, guys, lots of walls. Please don't hit anything. Underfloor, I don't think we have an underfloor. No, but we do have suspensions. And we've got, again, one of each. So, yeah. They just can't crash, basically, can they? But that should make a pretty big difference to the cars. I mean, that's almost a brand new car for this race. Again, presuming nobody hits anything. So, yeah, and it is a sprint weekend. So there's a lot of points on offer. We need to be trying to get as many of them as we can. So we know the Baku street circuit. It's red sector 1, blue sector 2, yellow sector 3. It is sort of a North American style or traditional style street course, just 90-degree corners. Car attributes, top speed and low speed cornering, time considerations, pretty much the same that we've seen for the last few races. Expected strategies, again, it's a one-stop, which is boring, but we have seen, again, the hard tyre is quite a bit slower than the soft. We know that you can get a good result here doing a medium tyre and then making a late race stop for a soft tyre can really work well here. So last year it was Giovinazzi that won here. It was a good, I think he won the sprint as well, did he not, if I remember correctly? And I'm pretty sure the year before, didn't Mick just miss out on the win? Well, yeah, look, you can see the gap there, margin to victory. That was Mick that was in second. He was so unlucky not to win that. So we've done pretty well here in the past. Let's hope we can continue that form. So reach Q3 is the goal, someone in the top 4. So that's all good. Fastest lap and final positioning of top 4. And we've already need someone in the top 6. So we've already got one of the two. So if we do that with both race and qualifying here, then we'll get some more money in the bank as well, which is good. So sprint race means lots of on-track action. Let's get to Baku. So no rain, which is less stressful for me. I'll go and do my one free practice that I get with all those upgrades as well. This could be a disaster. Anyway, and I'll see you for qualifying momentarily. Alright, so we've done free practice. The results are, I mean, where are we here? We're down. We did the whole session on hard tyres, so it's no surprise that we're down. But you're not going to believe this. Giovinazzi crashed. And pretty much anything that's new, he's destroyed. You absolute muppet. Do we emergency manufacture? If we have the chance to do it. I mean, what's it going to cost? 2.2 million for the chassis. Well, no, I don't think we'll do that. The front wing. If we have the opportunity to do it, do we take it? No, stuff him. It's too much money. You can have the old car, you muppet. I can't believe he did that, honestly. I just... there's another rear wing that has been manufactured, so we'll give him that. Oh, no, actually, no. That's the old one, isn't it? We don't have a new rear wing yet. And the suspension as well. We only had one of those, so yeah, you go back to the old one. And he's got no one to blame but himself. He's also destroyed an engine, an ERS, and a gearbox. So, other than that, he's done brilliantly. Alright, well, Piastri was half a second safe. He's now on the bubble, right in the danger zone, and Ricciardo could bump him out here. This could be turning into an absolute disaster of a race. Oh, and thankfully, Ricciardo has not done it. So that was a lot more tense than it needed to be, I have to say. Yeah, he was half a second up on all the other cars around him. And, I mean, in truth, he was still 4/10 to the good. But, yeah, the Williams is no slouch. And I was very concerned that that was not going to go for us. Anyway, something's gone right this weekend. So that's a positive. Let's go to Q2. All right, well, it's very, very close at the top end of town. Or at least it was till Leclerc put in a lap there. Wow. Yeah, everybody's bought upgrades, it looks like. Now, Piastri did get badly blocked, which is why he is currently outside. It was also our run on used tyres, so we've got fresh tyres on for this one. Giovinazzi is 8th, so by no means is he safe here. Both cars need to go faster, and we'll get first. So Giovinazzi's not gone faster in the first sector. Piastri has. Now, he got held up in the first sector, so that's no surprise. You would hope he would go faster there. But yeah, just signs that this is what I was hoping would be a really good weekend for us, is going south. And yeah, like I say, hopefully that's not going to continue. Giovinazzi, though, is not going any quicker here. Piastri is. You would hope Piastri will bump himself up into the top bit here. Giovinazzi has not moved, and Piastri has just gone 10th. And Perez topped the first session. Has he got a time? No. So it might come down to K-Mag. K-Mag's going to get a draft here as well. K-Mag could very nice, not nicely, but he could bump us here, I should say. He has. Piastri's out. So that was not supposed to happen. The good news is that he's got a sprint race to try and make things up. I wonder, the new engine in Giovinazzi's car, if that is making up the difference here, and do we take penalties? I don't actually know if you take penalties for changing within the allocation. All right, so Giovinazzi is currently in 7th. You can see the times. It's only a quarter of a second off from down there in 7th. So that was on a used set of tyres. He's got a fresh set on here. He needs to go faster, basically, and we've seen before that he doesn't always do that on the new set of tyres for whatever reason that may be. Now, the thing is that if we were to change Piastri's engine, now he should get a penalty because he's braking parc fermé and all that kind of stuff. I don't know in the game if you get a penalty for it. And it might be a case of perhaps we do try that, because Giovinazzi doesn't have the upgraded car, let's not forget, but is faster than Piastri in the upgraded car. So I just wonder if maybe, given the long straights and whatnot, we just want the new engine, max power. And I think Monaco's next, and go back to the old engine perhaps in Monaco to get an extra race out of it. So we've gone green and yellow for Giovinazzi here. No one's going faster, it doesn't look like. Is he going to be able to move himself up the sprint grid? He has not. Well, it's just all very anticlimactic so far, isn't it? And in fact, he moved down to 8th, so the Alpines look quick. Charles Leclerc looks quick again. And, yeah, well, it should be a very interesting sprint race here, because, well, we've got work to do. What do we do with Piastri's engine is the big question. Alright, now, we have been able to change Piastri's engine, I should say, without a penalty. So we've done that, and both drivers are on a soft tyre, which should get us to the end. I imagine hards. I mean, that's just not what you need to do. With us pushing sort of aggressive on the orange, you can see the soft tyre gets us there fairly comfortably. Now, whether that's just our car, oh, what's happened there? We could see someone off, and it is Perez on a hard tyre. So we've got a virtual safety car here, so we will harvest everything up and cool down the tyres. We'll save fuel, actually, first and foremost. And, yeah, well, not great start for Perez, who's going to have a ruined Grand Prix weekend. Alright, now virtual safety car is ending any second now. What it means, of course, is that because of the virtual safety car, not an actual safety car, so you go green there now. We've saved a lot of fuel, which is good. We've saved our fuel for the race now. But also, DRS is going to be available. So, I mean, it's going to be available for everybody. Everybody's going to be a second within the car in front. And, yeah, so we're on board with Giovinazzi. Let's see if we can go and send one down around the outside of Stroll. You always want to be careful doing that. Russell's in front of us now. And let's see if we can get anything done on him on a medium tyre. And send it down around the outside, up the inside. And we've got Giovinazzi cutting through the field right now, which is great to see. Piastri, well, he's got a bit of a block in front of him, in truth. It's not really his fault at the moment. Could he go and stick a move on K-Mag now in an Aston Martin? That's not an overtaking place, but he's got it done. And it's Porsche in front of him. Now, Porsche has a penalty for the race. So, if we finish a sort of a spot or two behind him, that's move. Look at this. Go. Then we'll obviously leapfrog him, but we want to make sure we're well and truly up the road from him. As Giovinazzi will now have a non-DRS getting Ocon in front of him. And this could well be 5th place as we go in to the first corner. And absolutely flying we are. This is going very, very nicely indeed. So far, so good. Well, this is a little bit of an intense battle that Piastri's a part of right now. It's Stroll, Porsche, and Russell. Now, Russell's on a medium tyre and falling backwards, as I think anybody who's not on a soft tyre is. Because what that virtual safety car has done is basically mean you can push the soft tyre as hard as you want to the end. So we need to get past Russell here pretty quick, smart, because we're going to lose the DRS to these cars in front. Otherwise, we've already lost it. But we've got a move done there. Can we go and get the DRS back in through this last corner? We've gone close.
No, guys.
We've drained our battery trying to do it. But let's hope we have got DRS, and that will be very, very helpful. As for Giovinazzi, he is, and we'll just have a quick look here and see what happens. Yeah, Russell, I don't think is going to come back past us. And we'll have DRS, so we should be fine there. So yeah, Giovinazzi is in a little bit of a battle of his own right now with the 2 Alpines. Or is it Leclerc? Deploy. Not quite going to get that done. But if we get past Ocon, Verstappen has gone to the front, as and Sainz is up there as well. The Alpines definitely have an upgrade here, don't they? But I think if we can rescue a 3rd, and where's Piastri looking? Could Piastri get to Porsche? Is that too much to ask? I don't think so. Maybe Norris on a hard tyre. That'll be a pretty good recovery, I think. Alright, well, we're coming around to start the last lap, and I've got to say, it's not particularly gone to plan. The Alpines are very quick. We've not been able to get past them, and annoyingly, Norris has also proved to be very, very difficult for us to get past. So we're going to have one last go and see if we can get him down this straight, and it looks like this time, finally, he's out of tyres and batteries and whatever else he was using to keep us behind him.
So focus on just bringing the
and yeah, well, I don't know that we've got anything for the Alpines in front here either. Everyone's closed the gap up on Max Verstappen, but it's just looking as though yeah, we're not going to quite manage to really move up how I would have hoped. So we're out of the charge there, which is probably the end of this, because if there's anything left in the charge for the Alpine, then they're going to do that, and hopefully we've got enough to keep Norris behind here. So it looks as though we'll be starting the Grand Prix 4th and 7th. Now Porsche is ahead of Piastri, so that'll become 4th and 6th, which isn't terrible. Disappointing, but it's not terrible. Alright, now, strategy. What do we do with this? I've had a bit of a think about it, sort of going back and forth a little bit. I think we wanted to, if we start with a 2-stop, I think that's going to help us out a little bit here. So let's start on the soft, medium, and then soft. I think for it to work properly, we need to commit to it. So let's stay on a soft tire as long as possible. Yeah, I mean that's very aggressive, and hopefully in this first little bit we'll be able to get ourselves into a position where we can come out into clean air as well and not be sort of stuck mid-pack. But I think if you are stuck mid-pack, in truth, you've got the DRS zones, and it's probably easy enough to do overtakes. I hope. So that's what we'll look to do, and yeah, let's see if we can move ourselves up the grid a little bit here. Alright, welcome back. Big thank you to all the channel members and Patreons as they scroll across the bottom there. And yeah, well, let's see what we can do here. Can we get a good start off the line? What is everybody else doing? We're on board with Giovinazzi. He's got up to 3rd. We've got an Alpine on our outside. That is Ocon on a medium tyre. Let's go and see if we have a quick look. So there's a lot of medium tyres at the front. Now the question is that a 1-stop medium? Or is that was medium hard soft? I didn't check what the default sort of 2-stop was at the end there. It was medium hard soft, wasn't, because I clicked the compound down on each one. So they could still be going on a 2-stop, but then if they're going to come out on a hard tyre, then the hard tyre is just not one from around here. So we'll see. Piastri's got himself up a place. Oh, we go very, very deep on the brakes. But I think this is the advantage of committing to this early. I think we've tried it before, or I've done it before, but I didn't necessarily commit to it early enough. It will sort of wait to see how the race develops. And then you lose a little bit because you're not sort of using the tyres up in this first stint. So hopefully we can put ourselves in a position now. We don't need to defend, Gio. We don't need to defend. We're not doing that. We're just going to eyes forward, go as fast as you can. Defending, as we learnt from Monaco a couple of seasons ago now, just slows you up. It just slows you up. You're better off losing the position and going again. So, yeah, well, we'll see how this goes. I was surprised when I checked the expected chances of safety cars. There's not been a safety car, and we only average one virtual safety car a race. So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it won't impact us too much. But the thing is, if we do get a safety car, what it's going to do is bank the field back up. We know that we're planning on making more stops, having better tyres, faster tyres, using the tyres up. Then it should only benefit us anyway. So I don't think we need to worry too much. Where a safety car could hurt us, of course, is if we just come into the pits and then a safety car comes out, which always tends to happen to us anyway. So yeah, we'll see. Let's go. Let's see if we can beat Verstappen here.
Chance in the wall. Careful for debris.
Whoa, Charles Leclerc has crashed. So, I mean, he was looking quite good this weekend, so that's a bit of a shame for him. It looks like he's still going, though, so it's not going to be a safety car or anything. But yeah, we've got Piastri ahead of Giovinazzi right now, which is fine. Doesn't really matter who's in front and who's not. Just looking, it was a 20-second pit stop loss. Now we're right there, but 22 seconds just to be safe, to give us a little bit of pit stop margin error. We're already 6 laps in, getting to the point where we would come out in front of some cars. So we're planning on stopping in another 10 laps or so. Hopefully, we'll be able to, if we can get sort of... Oh! We're on board with Piastri and he's crashed. What's happened there? Oh, you haven't, Gio, have you? No, he's done it himself. And then accelerated into the fence. Alright, well, what have we got here damage-wise? Major front wing damage, minor chassis damage, powertrain is fine. The tyres are probably knackered, I'm assuming. So he needs to come in this lap. And this just kind of... Well, it turns his race into a 2-stop anyway. But he's not going to be able to push anywhere near as hard. And he's going to definitely need...
Keep pushing.
Are we putting a front wing on? We are. Do we have a new front wing? We do. Yeah, again, this weekend is just... I had such high expectations for it. And it's just falling to pieces. Alright, so Piastri's coming into the pits. This is going to be a long stop. We're not particularly good at changing a front wing because we don't really practice it. That was pretty good, actually. 8.5 seconds. It said there was a pit stop issue for the front wing change. I don't think that's bad at all. But anyway, Giovinazzi comes out down there in 19th. And, yeah, well, we'll have to have a bit of a rejig of his strategy, but he can probably push on a little bit for now anyway. Giovinazzi, I've left him on harvest. God damn it. Is he going to have lost the DRS now to the front two? Looks like he has. But he'll continue on as planned, and then Piastri, he'll need to come in for another stop, obviously. We should be able to still do another soft tyre. Yeah, he just needs to pump in some good lap times now. Alright, now Giovinazzi is into his pit window. He's right behind Verstappen here. Now, Piastri is doing decent enough lap times. He's got the damaged chassis, but he's still doing 49.8. Which is roughly the same, little bit off of Giovinazzi, but of course Giovinazzi's on a soft tyre and he can now go pretty much full push. So, yeah, if Piastri gets points here, he'll have done quite well. But yeah, we need Giovinazzi now. He's still got quite a bit of tyre life. We'll push him on as long as we can here because then we can push the medium tyre harder and whatnot. And it's a little bit of safety car hanging as well, of course. But we've seen many, many times Giovinazzi can struggle to get the overtake done. I mean, with a bit of deploy here, maybe go and get Verstappen down the straight, send it in deep. Come on. You've got that. You've got that. Well done, Gio. And now he can go and head down, try and chase down Carlos Sainz, who's on a soft tyre, isn't he? Yes, he is. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And yeah, like I say, Piastri this is going to get better for him when everybody starts coming into pit stops. But yeah, he's got a long way back to points here. He should have the pace though to do it, in fair. Alright, so Giovinazzi is about to go to the front, I think, if he gets this done on Carlos Sainz here. Carlos Sainz has landed on his feet, hasn't he? Suddenly in a, looks like a potentially anyway, race-winning Alpine. So let's go and send him up the road, and we're sort of past where we needed to be for pit stops. So I'm tempted to almost come in this lap, to be honest, but we're still doing pretty good times compared to everybody else, so there's no need to come in necessarily. We'll just keep building that gap, because A, it's safety car hanging, but B, 21 seconds to Albon. If we get in front of Bottas or even dream of Russell, which is probably a little bit too much to ask. We're still doing 49.3s. That's still a very good lap time. So yeah, there's no need to go too early here, because all this is meaning, A, as I said, safety car hanging, but B, instead of doing an aggressive push, we can go a full push, and I can go back past you. It's going to slow us up for this lap now. Come on, Gio. Bit of deploy. Can we get it up the inside here with a bit of deploy? No. Okay. Well, it's annoying, isn't it? Alright, so we are going to bring Giovinazzi in this lap. He's more or less used his tyres up. He's got back in front of Sainz, so it should make for a good in-lap. And we are currently, we're looking, Bottas is close. I don't, maybe by the end of the lap. Piastri, checking on him, is starting to come up to cars to pass. So he could do with these guys coming into the pits and getting out of his way pretty quick, smart. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one. I missed the harvest coming to the pits, but that's fine. All right, let's hope we get a good stop. Off on go. 2.3. Oh, we're going to rack up the pit stop points with that one, surely. And does that get us out ahead of Bottas? It looks like it does. So well done to Ferrari. 2.3 is definitely our personal record, isn't it? And we can push these tyres as hard as we want now to the end of the stint anyway. We could, in theory, actually not stop again. But that sort of goes against what we were doing. It got us to where we are. So we'll stay strong on the strategy and hope that it does actually pay off for us. Oh, red flag! Red flag, red flag. Hopefully Giovinazzi is not okay. Oh, this is just...
Now we're approaching turn 2.
Now, okay, so it's the 2 in front. And he's okay. He is okay. Stroll, of course it's Stroll. Alright, now, this has actually really messed things up because not everybody's going to make a pit stop, so we're stuck where we are. It always happens to us, doesn't it? Now, we do not quite have 2 sets of good... What we could do soft to the end here, I think, because we've used the medium. So no reason to use it again. So we could go soft and then soft again with Giovinazzi. And then we can do the same thing with Piastri, really, can't we? So, I don't know. Alright, let's try this again. Now, there will be cars that are trying to get to the end here. Maybe that was our play, actually, was to go to the end. Yeah, I say that now, and perhaps it was an idea, maybe even with, especially with Piastri, perhaps. But anyway, we're attacking now, so let's see where this gets us. We can go full attack. I mean, that soft tyre could get us to the end, but I think we'll be struggling when we got there. So, everybody, I assume, is on a soft tyre. They're all going to try and go to the end, you know. Everybody's going to the end. I almost will guarantee that. So it's just a matter of whether we've got the pace to make up a second a lap from now to the end. And I say we do, but let's see if I'm right. Alright, now Piastri is making his way through nicely. He's up to 10th. We need to try and get past Bottas here as quickly as possible. We probably actually want to try and sit behind him and get him with DRS rather than just having him come straight back past us. Giovinazzi is in 5th. Now he's having a little bit of trouble with Porsche and Verstappen, who are in a little bit of a train here, but we'll try and get that done. Now is Piastri going to get this done under there? Not quite, so we'll deploy him out of this corner. That should be him done. We've got Porsche there, so that's very nice as well. And Norris is currently in the lead. Now, he was on a soft tyre. Looking at the tyre usage, you can see that pretty much everybody is trying to get to the end. So, whilst our advantage isn't huge right now, in truth, did Bottas get us back? Or we didn't pass him? Well, that's annoying.
No, guys.
What will happen is that the tyres are going to continue to drop off, and then in once we stop, end of the second stint for us, that's where we'll make up a lot of our time. But the fact that we're already able to catch and pass cars is a good thing, because that advantage later on is going to be even better. It's just the 20-second loss that is the problem. But yeah, already you can see with Giovinazzi, he's getting to the point where he is. Oh, that was close. Where he is. Let's deploy. We really do need to get Piastri past Bottas here if we can. He's a little ways back. I'm not sure he's going to go do that. Anyway, I'll go and concentrate on getting Piastri past Bottas, and yeah, I'll bring you back for any action or pit stops. Alright, well, it's taken a few laps. That Alfa Romeo is very, very quick. I'm assuming they must have been deploying to be able to stay ahead of us like they did. But anyway, we finally got Piastri past. He's up into 9th, and hopefully now we'll be able to go and close up the gap to those in front. And yeah, Giovinazzi is still right here. Again, we could really use with him getting some overtaking done at this point. But we'll see. It looks like Sainz has lost the DRS to Verstappen, so that might make it a little bit easier for us. But yeah, we're not a mile away from our pit stops. I think we're roughly where we want to be in terms of tyre life. So yeah, we'll see. See you soon, I guess, for that. Alright, now we are going to do the old-fashioned double stack this lap. We're just starting to struggle for pace compared to those around us. And we're not sort of pulling out the gap that we need to sort of find free air to drop into. Now, I've noticed that everybody's lap times have started to come massively down. Now, that's slightly concerning. It should mean we can just go that much faster again. As, yeah, again, we are harvesting. But you can just see, I mean, the tyres are cooked and it's showing a little bit. So I am having second guesses about this strategy, but we're doing it now. So let's hope we get good stops with it. Giovinazzi. Let's see, off on go, 2.4, thank you very much. In comes Piastri. Can he get a good one? Off on go, 2.2. That might even be the fastest stop of the day. Because everybody stopped on the red flag, didn't they? It is the fastest stop of the day. We are going to have massive, massive points in the pit stop competition. So if nothing else, today's going to be a massive success on that front. But we're 15th and 18th now. And we have overtaking to do, and lots of it. Watch there be a red flag and everybody else comes in for soft tyres. Alright, so both cars are absolutely flying. Giovinazzi's up to 9th. We are 2 seconds a lap faster than everybody. Now, the gap to leader is 20 seconds. There's 10 laps to go. Basic maths tells you it could be very close at the end. Piastri is in 16th. He's going very fast as well. He is 10 seconds off the points with 10 laps to go, and he is going, again, 2 seconds a lap faster than everybody. So, where were we? We were sort of around Sainz, weren't we? Ocon Sainz when we came in. So we'll see if we can get back to there. Yeah, I don't know if we've done the right thing in truth. But anyway, it's been a lot of fun, that's for sure, some of these overtakes. So we'll see if they can continue. Alright, now Giovinazzi is just about to hopefully get past Albon. Please, can you get past Albon, mate? No, never mind. He's got the fastest lap, and we've got Piastri absolutely cutting his way through as well. And he is currently up there in 12th. So, as things stand, can we just get past this bloody McLaren, please? There we go, that should be that. We've got a Red Bull in front of us, which is obviously mission 1. because we want to try and take points. The whole point is to try and take points out of Red Bull. Looks like they're going to pull away from us again. But if we look at last laps, and we're in a little bit of traffic, but we're still, well, we will match Norris that lap, but a second at least faster than most of the cars up there. And yeah, like I say, that was coming through traffic. So I don't know if we can win it with Giovinazzi. What's the gap to lead up? 16 seconds. Oh, I mean, it could be close. It could be close. I think it'll be diminishing returns and the tyres will sort of start to drop away and it may not actually work out, but yeah, we're certainly giving it a good go. Alright, so we have, we're behind Russell and Porsche now. We're deploying here. I'm going to hope that we can get both of them in sort of the next two DRS zones here. Could we get them all into turn 1 here? Where's your channel your inner Danny Rick? Not quite, and that's going to make it difficult now to overtake 2 down this straight, as they're doing that on purpose, aren't they? It's the old Red Bull family. Get out of the way! Alright, so we've just got Russell into turn 1. Can we now go and get Porsche into turn, what do we, turn 3? Now, how was Porsche so fast off that corner? That was almost impressive. Now we've just got to try and keep him behind us. We're burning battery. I don't really want to be burning here, but I mean, there's only 3 laps to go. We cannot afford another lap stuck behind these clowns. And it looks like that's exactly what we're going to get. Come on. We're not even going to get the podium here, it doesn't look like. So, yeah, I mean, that's all disappointing. Horribly, horribly disappointing. And, yeah. Surely they're burning battery or something. I don't understand how they're able to do that. Piastri, he's in 10th. With a damaged chassis, he's doing fine, to be honest. It's the same old Ferrari story, though, really, isn't it? We've had no luck with a red flag. And yeah, we've just not quite been able to come back. And in hindsight, I probably got the strategy wrong. We probably should have been going to the end. Yeah, but you live and learn, I suppose, on some things, don't you? But alright, so here we are, on to the final lap. Let's at least try and get George Russell here. We'll give it everything we've got. Yeah, it almost looks like the car's struggling a little bit in the straight line, doesn't it? I wonder if there is something to that. We've not quite got something right. And of course, Giovinazzi's got the old car at this point as well, doesn't he? So we did eventually get past Russell. Now this is Ocon in front. It's not inconceivable that we could get him, although we're out of battery. The tyres are pretty old at this point, though so are his. And yeah, that's not going to quite happen. Piastri, yeah, I mean, that's Albon and Perez in front of him. Ultimately, something's just not quite, it's just not gone to plan this weekend at all, has it? Starting in free practice with Giovinazzi sticking it in the wall. So Verstappen didn't win, but neither did we. Lando Norris has won. We come home 5th with Giovinazzi, and it looks like it will be the single point for 10th for Piastri. So that has been the opposite of what I was hoping that weekend would be. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, in hindsight, we probably should have not done the extra stop. And, I mean, we were going to make an extra stop anyway, but that's all red flag stops. So we've actually added 40 seconds in a way onto our race time that other teams didn't. And that's difficult to come back from. Yeah, although obviously one stop got cancelled out because it was a standing start again. So, yeah, we've not really done much good there, have we? Even with because it was a sprint weekend, which is why the points look a little weird. But, I mean, Giovinazzi's close to Russell. It's been a disaster for Piastri, and in the constructors, we still lost ground. We've actually lost ground to a few teams there, so the board's not going to love that either, are they? But pit stops, look at that! Only 3 pit stops in the race, and to be fair, they were very good pit stops. They would have scored points no matter what. But that is going to fire us up the table. We are in 4th in the pit stop competition. None of us ever thought we'd live to see that, did we? That's incredible. So yeah, I think we can say a mess from start to finish, that one. And yeah, let me know any your feedback in the comments. The board, I'm assuming, didn't like that. No, I mean, none of us did we? That was just it was just disappointing. That's the only word for it. So next up, it's Miami. Strange things tend to happen at that track, don't they? So like Lando Norris winning, for example, which we just saw in Baku, of course. We'll be looking to bounce back. That goes without saying. And hopefully we won't crash the new parts into the walls and end up with nothing. We've only got 4 days, so I don't even know if we're going to be able to replace everything in time. But yeah, we'll see. We'll do our best. Till then, guys. Take care.